What's good, y'all? Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted Show, or the Wasted and Graphic Show, however you want to slice it. Salute to the chat, y'all. The greatest chat in YouTube history. Our brother Wasted will be here in 2 seconds. Running a little bit behind. He had to work today, so you already know how that goes, but he will be here any minute, man. Salute to Raider Ryan, LV Maximus. I see the My Father Hug D's himself is in the building. Salute to the Mokes, Mo Money Rich, all my people here in the building, man. We're going to have a good time today, you guys. We're going to talk about everything Raider Nation right now, you guys. You already know what time it is. Got my brother here in the building. Yep. Corner.
What it is. I see. That's it.
got the bookcase on full display. Yeah, I know what time it is, man. Nah, man. Salute to everybody here in the building.
Man, hey, man, this clickbait's getting out of control, man. I'll tell you something. I want to start the show off really quick with a quick monologue, man. Wait a minute.
Look, you still over here messing up, bro. Before we get to it, you guys, make sure y'all wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. Pay your bar tabs if you haven't yet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Once again, salute to the My Fathers in here, controlling both sides of things.
Hey, Graphk, could you pull me down, man? Pull me down real quick.
Yes, sir. Let me get Mr. John Gruden out the way. Wasted will be right back here shortly, you guys. But once again, man, salute to Hug over there controlling Wasted side of things. I got LV over here. I know Top and Jason Hunter. All my guys going to be here shortly as well. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. I think we're good. Look,
hey, man.
We're good.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, it's the off season, man. Hey, you got to work out the kinks, man. You already know how this goes.
Hey, bro, you know, I've had an eventful day, my brother. You already know how I go, man. Very eventful day, man. Shout out to my older sister. Shout out to my nephews and all of the family who's around, you know. But hey, bro, we haven't done it yet. Welcome.
I did do it.
You did?
I did your part as well, but we can do it again. Hold on. Welcome to the latest installment, you guys, of the Graphk and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphk Show. However, which way you'd like to slice it. Oh, my God, man. Listen, It don't even seem right if we don't do it, man. We've been away too long, bro.
I know, facts, man. Once again, you guys, salute to everybody here in the building. Yeah, man, look, I'm going to be real. It's blazing out here in Texas, but inside my house, it is an igloo. So I decided to put my old school Raider, little woo-wop, put my owl on. And you know what? I wanted to go Oakland and put the owl on because of what we're going to talk about today, you guys. You know,
that's why I got this on. This is the a Derek Burgess.
Yes.
Dean Upshaw, the year that Dean Upshaw passed away. This is an old Reebok. The NFL don't even do Reebok no more, right? So we look, there's a lot of people that's new to this, right? But there's very few that's true to this. You know what I'm saying? We've been faithful Raiders, man, our whole lives, man. And the premise of this show is just that, man. Listen, bro, you got to understand something. If you are going to go on here and make content, if you're going to represent the Raiders in any way, there's rules and regulations to this here, as far as I'm concerned, for you to call yourself a real Raider, right? Yeah. And the basis and the foundation of what you should be doing if you're going to be out here representing this brand, this organization, and speaking on behalf of this organization, and you know how we do, man.
Yeah.
Is you have to keep the Raiders first. What's good for the team?
Yeah.
What's good for the brand of the Raiders? What's good for the players? What's good for that locker room and our fan base, man?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, man, that I like very much in this thing.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point where, we got to set some parameters. That's the reason why, hip hop is messed up. That's the reason why this world has the issues it has, because there need to be parameters and it's got to be rules, man. I'm glad that my brother, I got to give you your respect. I'm glad, that message resonated with me, and it should resonate with the rest of this nation, bro. If you're going to go out here and you're going to make content that hurts this brand, then don't call yourself no damn Raider content creator.
Call yourself a creator all you want. Call yourself a creator. Just don't call yourself a fan, because the real ones that love this team the way we do and are passionate about this team the way we are, it's a slap in the face, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said in the video that I just uploaded, you guys, like, politics, it all starts at the ground level. It all starts local, right?
Yeah.
The major outlets, they're going to spew bullshit into these YouTube streets, into wherever you get your sources, wherever you get it from. They're going to do that. I expect that from them. But anyone that wants to call themselves Raider fans, but still cover this team, it all started, bro, when I seen Devontae on Shay Shay, right? And he said, that stuff affected the locker room last season. He had players coming up to him saying, yo, do you really want to get out of here? And so on and so forth. Yeah. A lot of that, man, can be protected by what we do. You know what I mean? Like, we have major platforms. There's a reason why guys reach out and they come on the show. I don't think y'all realize, man. Yeah, we reach out to players and we ask them. We have players that reach out to us. We would love to come on the show. You know
and that's why when you look up and down this ethos that we work in, there's very few people who can have past or present players come on their platform, because they trust us.
Because we're not gonna be irresponsible with our platform. We're not gonna ask them, the crazy questions that other people would do. We don't want to disrespect, and we don't want to create a divide within that locker room. I said it on the video. You guys, like, I get it. If you're in this for money and you're getting money, do your thing, get your money. Just don't call yourself a fan. That's what I love about Hondo, man. Hondo says it straight up.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. He'll tell you a million times during.
I'm not a fan.
But
I love this team too. I'm like,
But I respect it, right? And this is directed to people, you guys, that are our friends in this shit, that are not friends of this shit. To everybody, if you're going to have a platform, you need to be responsible, man, because these guys are human beings at the end of the day. Yes, they may have a little bit more money than us, a lot more money than us. Yes, they may be playing a game that a lot of people, even including ourselves, wanted to play, at the highest level when we were younger. Yes, but at some point, you got to understand these guys are still human beings at the end of the day. And what we say and what the fans say and what everybody says, it affects them. You know what I'm saying? And we need to... You know what? Now I'm happy, because we used to get killed for being the optimistic guy. They're always happy. They're always happy about every move the Raiders.
Every move, y'all love every move. I have to find the win for the Raiders in every move that's made.
Yes,
I have to, because if I'm not doing that, then that means unless it's just an asinine move.
Yes.
If it's an asinine move, I have a responsibility to be truthful with you guys. I do. Yes. Graphk does as well, right? But at the end of the day, if they make a move, I can come on here and say, I can see why they did this. Let's see if it works. Yes. But I'm not going to come out right off the bat and just crap all over it. Because at the end of the day, we hope for the best. We hope for the best and we prepare for the worst, right? We always hope for the best. We're always hopeful and faithful when they make moves, right?
But I got to say this real quick, and I'm going to apologize to the nation, because some of the ways that I went about talking about certain things in the past may have been a detriment to this team. The way I may have handled my opinion on Derek Carr. Yeah, I was over that whole experience, right? I was ready to move on. And the more I just said it, I used to say it just like that, but then I fed into the negativity, and it started to be a point where we started making kind of making fun of the situation and so on and so forth. In the past, and this is why I put that video up, I'm holding myself accountable. I got to tell myself I have to be more responsible with my platform as well. You as well, Wasted. We look, we don't say outlandish stuff, but in the past, I've done this for 4 years. You know what I mean? You could trace back and probably find some things where I've said some stuff where I'm like, man, the 40-year-old me wouldn't agree with that. You know what I mean? But we have to hold ourselves accountable, because at the end of the day, man, if we love this team, we're passionate about this team, we have to see this thing through. And at the end of the day, man, if you're going to disrespect a player, right? There's guys that I love, that I call my brothers behind the scenes, that will no longer be on the screen with me because of the way they go about their business. You know, that motherfucker sucks. This motherfucker, this. We're not here for that, y'all. We're really not.
And bro, at the end of the day, when I first came into this, right, the one thing that I always wanted to portray to the nation and to the guys that I deal with, because I don't have the relationships outside of Graphk with a lot of the other content creators. I don't know these guys, right? That's why there's not a lot of people that come on my show. There's a handful of guys that have been on my show, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the reason why is, what did I always say, Graphk, when I came to this? Let's clean our act up now so we don't have to do it in the future.
And there you have it.
Right. And it's getting to the point when it comes to this YouTube ethos that it's a major driving force when it comes to how people consume their news with this team, because we have a responsibility, being that we focal our energy on one particular team. Yeah. We are not trying to be a multimedia conglomerate like ESPN. It's not like we don't have a vested interest in one particular brand. This is the brand that we represent. This is the brand that we support. This is we put a lot of dollars and our energy and our time and our blood, sweat, and tears into this, right? So we have to be mindful of the message that we disseminate about this team. Now, everybody's entitled to their opinion as long as it's coming from a truthful place. Yeah. Everybody's entitled to come out here and run their platforms however they see fit, right? But then at the end of the day, don't act like you love this team. No, we're not going to stand for that. No, I'm not going to stand for it.
Moving forward, man, at the end of the day, man, we're not playing with this, man. Like, we love this team. We started this because of the love that we have for this team. I felt like there was a void when I came into this, right? I felt like there was a complete void where it was like, you know, we need something where it's entertaining, it's informational, right? That, like, it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. But I felt like there was a void. And we came into this, and like I said before, you guys, we've had people in the past that have been on the show that will no longer be on the show because they were in this for all the wrong reasons. At the end of the day, man, I love this team as much as I do when I'm on the screen as I am off this screen. Yes, sir. Playing. I love this team even more when I'm not on the screen, because everything is surrounded around the Raiders with me, every single thing. And I'm seeing a lot of this stuff, right? This Davante Adams thing. It's not that big of a deal, right? The trade chatter, that's what happens in the NFL. But how many motherfucking times, you guys, does somebody have to tell you that he wants to be here? How many times does his own agency and the other people around him have to say he wants to be here? Yes, he is saying he would love at some point to, play with Aaron Rodgers. That's his best friend. That's his best friend. Like he's big up in him. And like I said before, I've said this since day one. I believe that it was the reversal, you guys. It wasn't Davante going to the Jets. All the talk was about them reuniting. I thought it was Aaron Rodgers coming to Las Vegas. And I think that behind the scenes, Josh McDaniels nixed that, last off season with bringing in Aaron Rodgers. And at this point, now I think Davante and Aaron are actually trolling because of it. It's like, we were almost there. There was even rumors and rumblings, you guys, that Davante had Aaron out there looking for homes. You know what I'm saying?
He did that. That's a confirmed fact.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, I just don't understand this whole shit. Like how many times, you guys, do we have? There's young, impressionable players on this team. There's rookies. There's young guys that are trying to make this roster and change their whole life, change their families' lives, right? And when you see the leader in your locker room, and these young guys are impressionable, they watch us and they think, damn, is that true? And that changes their perspective on the leaders in that locker room. It's, man, does he want to be here? I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And it does create a divide. And then also, we don't do the politics thing, you guys, but I've seen a lot. I don't give a shit who Max votes for, y'all. I don't care. I don't care if Trump is his best friend. I don't give a shit. Stop feeding into it. Feeding into it. We're talking football.
Because at the end of the day,
salute to a hug, man. I'm gifting 5 on each side. So I appreciate you, brother.
Bro, at the end of the day, before social media and before mediums like this, you didn't know where some of the greatest players that has ever played for this team, where they politically aligned. We're in this sick world now where people, feel like they get into the algorithm for whatever they support, and they see everybody's opinion, and most of those opinions line up with theirs. And when they see a dissenting viewpoint, now they can't take it. To me, I can support you no matter who you support politically, because I know that should not define you as a person
at all.
I can support you if you're another religion of me, if you're another race than me. I can support everybody, especially when it comes to football, because the one thing that should unite us all is our love for this team. Everything else is irrelevant because we're dealing with the premise of football. Yeah. Now, am I going to go and hang out with somebody who my ideals don't align with? And am I going to bring them to my house and have dinner?
Not.
Probably not. Probably not, but I can talk football with them and I can be civil with them and I can respect a player who has different political ideology than I can. I definitely can. Yes. And I think it's a hyperbolic kind of a world we're living in, and we can't allow that to come into this nation and ruin it. The thing about the Raiders that make the Raiders special is because it was an all-inclusive brand. Yeah. That was the difference between the Raiders and a lot of other teams. That was one of the reasons why, people in my family who are older, who are Raider fans, were Raider fans because they can look and see themselves in the AFL. Yeah, they watch the AFL. They watch the ABA because they can see culturally. They can see themselves in that. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I love the Raiders, because of what Al stood for. Having the first black head coach in the modern era, having the first Hispanic head coach, the first Hispanic quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The first female president, first black female president. Yes. I love this brand because of this brand does not care what you look like, what your religion is, what your political ideology is, as long as you go out there and you just win. That's what makes this brand special. There's not a lot of brands in sports that are that way. Even one of my other teams, the Yankees are not that way. Yeah. The Yankees were not that way. They were not inclusive. The Yankees were one of the last teams to integrate and bring players from the Negro Leagues over.
With LQ.
Like years and years later. The Yankees are a team where you can't even have facial hair. That's why I love the Raiders, man. And we need that pendulum needs to swing both ways. You can say you love that, but if somebody supports something you don't, you have to love them as well. You got to respect their opinion.
Yeah. No, facts, man. And I think a lot of people kind of show, their true colors with that situation. Like at the end of the day, man, social media is social media. At the end of the day, if you have a friend, that we may not agree with, what does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with Wasted? What does it have to do with anybody in this chat? At the end of the day, man, everybody has their own belief system. I don't judge anybody by that. Like you said, Wasted, you said it best, brother. Like, would I deal with somebody in person in my real life, that may not line up with maybe not, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, football is football, and let's keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Raiders. I'm not letting you do that. Not letting you do that. Salute to LQ too. Salute the top, man. Gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. As always, appreciate you, big bro. And salute to the Mob Father himself, Hug, for gifting 5 apiece as well. Salute to the Mokes. To be honest, I don't care. I can care less. Whatever goes outside of football, as long as no one is getting hurt, I only care about one thing: Raiders winning AOC MVP incoming.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep it football. Now, you guys that are out here that got your platforms, you can feel however you want about this, right? And what you do on your platform is what you do. I can't tell you what to do, right? Yeah. The only thing we can do is we can cultivate a network together collectively, Graphk and myself, right? We will tell you guys that if you don't want to deal with drama, you don't want to deal with clickbait, you don't want to deal with nonsense, you just want Raider news, you want to have a good time talking about the Raiders, you want an informed opinion, this is where you come. Yeah. Because and I'm not saying, look, I want to see everybody win in this game. If you got a channel, I want to see you win. But just be responsible.
And a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are reckless. A lot of people are irresponsible. Some of this stuff that I see online, some of this stuff that I get sent my way from other fellow, Raider content creators, they're doing it all wrong. You know what I mean? Like attacking other content creators because of them making money, or attacking other content creators because they have a difference of opinion, and then trying to sell stuff to the nation, and then actually subscribing to the opinion that they said that they were against, actually subscribing to it once they end up being cool with the person they were attacking in the first place.
So you can't be in it and not of it.
Like, what are you?
You can't put somebody's face on and go after them and attack them, and then all of a sudden they come and mess with you, and then it's all good.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, that's goofball behavior. But you do what you want, right? At the end of the day, bro, you guys got to understand something. This YouTube medium, take it serious.
Yeah.
Because the team watches up and down YouTube, from the smallest channel to the biggest channel. They watch us all. Yeah. And we all have a responsibility, man, to put out like a narrative that is congruent with what's actually going on, man.
Yeah.
When you go and you try to put sensationalist takes out there, what winds up happening is you lower the whole medium of being a content creator.
Yeah.
Being a content creator was once looked at, you get a lot of times people say this like it's some kind of epithet or something. Fan content creator, fan shows, right? You get guys from the media that say that, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I wear that as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I wear that as a badge of honor because there's a lot of guys that are out here that are pundits in the media that don't move the needle the same way the content creators do.
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect to them guys.
Facts. That is total 110% facts. But this is the thing. Don't go on your platform, be reckless, do all the shit that you do, and then come over here and try to get the respect from us. That's the shit that I hate. People inboxing me, yo, man, would love to come on, and I leave you on scene. People left and right. There's a lot of people, man, that hit us up left and right, would love to come on the show, would love to collaborate with you, would love to do this, would love to do that. Y'all don't understand, man, that at the end of the day, we see everything. And there's a reason why we stick to what we do. There's a reason why we don't have a shit ton of people on the platform. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to come over here and get that sign off and then go over there and be reckless behind the scenes or reckless on what you got going on. That's not going to happen. At the end of the day, we do this because we love this team. We do this because we are passionate about this franchise. We do this because we love the fan base, because we are you guys at the end of the day. But we need to start protecting this more often. We need to protect this more. Yeah. We got to stop allowing people to go out here and create these false narratives. There's a lot of these players don't want to pull up on our platform. You know why, you guys? Because other people fucked that up for us. Other people have fucked that up. I've had conversations with players where they're like, I'm a fan of what you do, but to be honest, I got to stay away because I see other people and you actually work with some of those people. So their opinions affect my show and my platform, and Wasted show and his platform. It's nasty work. You can't go over there and be reckless and talk shit about this, and that. I'm telling y'all now, man, there's some guys that you guys have asked us to get on the show, and they would love to come on the show. But also, they've seen things. They've seen people pull up on here that they don't respect, that have talked big shit. You know what I mean? And they're like, I'm cool. And real quick, before we get back to this, salute to Jalen Richard on his retirement.
Yeah, shout out there. Rock on, man.
Yes, and salute to Kenyon Drake as well. He just retired as well. 2 former Raider running backs. Salute to those guys. Jalen Richard, one of the best blocking running backs that we've ever had, third down backs. Love him, man. Salute to you, Spook, on your retirement, and salute to Drake as well for retiring today. So let's put some positivity into the universe before we get back into our soapbox, like our brother Wasted says. But this is no shade, you guys. Like it's at the end of the day, man. We have to protect this brand. We have to protect this fan base. We have to. I don't think people realize, man. Well, you guys do, because some of you guys hit me up in the DM all the time, and I love you, but I can't watch everything that you do because of some people you have on your show, and that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna like everybody, right? You're not gonna want to rock with everybody. There's people right now that love Wasted and don't like me. There's people that love my platform and don't really care for Wasted. We understand that. Everybody's not for everybody. But at the end of the day, man, it just sucks that we can't come on here as Raider fans and have these conversations about our team. Be honest and transparent about this team without the disrespect and selling all these wolf tickets that a lot of these platforms are putting out there, dude. I seen something the other day, man, that something was sent to me that was so sick and had nothing to do with the Raiders. It was Kyrie Jackson, and they made it about the Raiders. It was absolutely disgusting. It was sent to me on Instagram, and I said, wow, absolutely insane, man. And I'm like, way to make that man's death about the Raiders.
Bro, that's crazy, insane, bro.
And I'll never work with that person. I've never had a conversation with them. But I will never, ever work with that person because it was disgusting how you can make a young man's death about the Raiders.
And bro, you know the funny thing about it is, man, you can can cover this team how you see fit, right?
Definitely.
But as long as you have some integrity in what you do, it's about integrity, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can cover this. You can have a dissenting viewpoint. You can feel like, hey man, I don't particularly like this player, and that's on you, and you can give your reasons why. But have integrity with what you do, man. Have integrity, man. And yo, we can't tell anybody how to cover this team.
Facts,
you cover
Mario.
this team how you see fit.
Yeah.
We can't tell nobody. Shout out to Mario Tovar, right?
Yeah,
shout out to him and his platform, right? We can't tell nobody how to do it. But what I'm going to tell you is that, yo, understand something. Yo, don't expect to come over here if you're not 100% Raider.
And that's why we're saying it, Mario. At the end of the day, that's what this is about. Look, we're not here to try and control this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just speaking on behalf of us in our platforms. We will not be working with everybody because there's a reason behind that. You know what I'm saying? I came into this thing having everybody on my show. Everybody on. You know, I would do fan shows. I would do content creator shows where I'd have 10 people on the screen talking football. And then you start seeing people show who they really are, doing it for the wrong reason, just doing it for clicks, trying to get their money up. At the end of the day, y'all, I love this team more than I love money. And I'm not going to come on here and spew anything into the universe just for $1. It makes no sense to me. I would rather go get a regular job, and which is very honorable, and I respect anyone that works a 9 to 5. I honor any of that. But I'm just saying I would rather do that than to come on here and just do this shit for money. I'm not going to come out here and just create these false narratives to try and derail, you know, something like right now we have a great thing going. Guess what happens, you guys? Our own content creators are making videos about Antonio Pierce's so-called money issues and his wife's money issues.
Yeah, and that's none of your fucking business, bro. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Why? That has nothing to do with the team.
Nothing. Nothing. Bro, it has nothing to do with any of us. But let's go get some clicks and talk about this man and his wife's financial situation. Make this shit make sense. You know what I mean? And I don't have to say names, you guys, because you know who they are.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is not what this is about. There are some people who, you know, for me, I don't have look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. You guys know this. If it ain't the Shieldmore guys, I don't have a relationship with them like that.
Yeah.
I've met some, you know what? I can't say that. Sanjit is very, very good guy.
My brother.
And Samoan and Fitz
love
great guys. I've actually broke bread with them. I hung out with them. Yeah. I like them guys. I like Murph and all of them. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. It's nothing personal. But what I'm saying is that, I don't like the guy that I talk to the most in this, and the guy that I work with the most is the man that's right here on the screen with me right now.
Yeah.
It's been like that since we met.
Yeah.
Me and this man, you guys know I started my show, right? I went on one of his shows because I was commenting. He was like, yo, he had a fan show. He said, you should pull up. That's a great comment. I kept sending comments. He's like, you should pull up. You comfortable being on camera? I said, yeah. I jump on, we go on the show, and then we just clicked from there. He hit me up. Was like, yo, man, he called me. We talked about it. He was like, yo, you need a show, bro.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even have a show yet.
Yep.
I didn't even have a show yet.
Yep.
And he said, yo, you need a show. I don't know what you're doing, but you need a show. Mm-hmm. And that's why I started the show. And ever since that conversation, I don't think I've gone 2 days without talking to this guy.
Ever.
And
guess what though? You know why? Because I seen the love that you have for this team. I seen the morals. I seen everything on display with you, right? There's a reason why we're the only ones here moving and shaking now. And no disrespect. We have some brothers that just don't really do this anymore. They just left it and doing the regular life. We love those guys. We love Andy. We love Big Mike. We love Hammer. We love all of them, right? So there's no disrespect to anybody. But outside, and I'm not even talking about those guys. People are using their platforms to divide this thing that we call Raider Nation. I don't understand how people can entertain these guys, give them clicks. You guys know, right? Every time you click on something, you're giving somebody ad revenue. You know that you're literally helping them push their narrative. Anytime you click on something that is literally dividing what we have going on, you're literally helping them feed their narrative and feed their families with toxic bullshit. I don't understand. We got to clean this shit up, man.
Yeah, we do. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's a lot of the big platforms, but then, you got a lot of small platforms, right? That are doing the work. They're trying to grow
I
their
love
own.
it. Salute to those guys.
Salute to these guys,
Yeah,
and
they're doing
they
it the right
love
way.
this team. There are guys that I don't particularly care for, but they love the team.
Yeah.
And as long as they love the team, salute to you. I hope you grow as big as you can.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, man. We need to keep this thing based off of what it used to be about. It was about the Raiders, bro. It's about hoping that this team does well. There's a lot of guys out here, man, that got platforms. You got guys that was doing it long before me, guys that started after me, that love this team and they do the right thing by this team.
Yes.
And I might not watch everybody. I don't really watch anybody like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't have the time.
I have the time because I do this for a living, but I had to stop because it was interfering with my peace. I started looking at everybody differently. Like, do you really love this thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Yeah, but even, bro, even the guys who don't have as big of platforms, salute to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing this for the love.
I love it.
I love it. They're doing this for the love. You got guys, they click up, they have guys on their show. They're planning their shows. They're doing the work because they love this team.
Yeah.
But the problem is that if you have a major platform that is selling garbage out there, this is what you see as soon as you put Raiders in on YouTube.
Yeah. That's
the first thing. And then when you have a team and you go to the team, you say, hey, man, you have a relationship with a player. You're like, hey, man, I want you to come on the show. And they put Raiders in on YouTube and this is what they see. It makes the whole genre as a whole look bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a problem. Now, you guys do whatever you want. But, call it what it is, man. Call it what it is.
And it's okay to speak real, though, you guys. Like with Josh Jacobs, I wanted to move on from him.
Me too.
There was no disrespect to Josh. I wasn't saying, he's a bad person or he's a bad football player. We can still talk about somebody without it being negative, right? It's just simply, hey, I want to move on. I don't want to pay, a running back that kind of money. You know what I mean? Like who's had durability issues, right? It's not an issue. I've had players, Trayvon Merrick, I love him. He unfollowed me because I said he had a bad game. I get it, but men have pride, men have egos, right? It's no issue. I can't be mad or upset at him for unfollowing me or this other player unfollowing me for me speaking my truth or me speaking.
Bro, I was one of the first people to publicly go after Derek Carr.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This is a player who I probably got 6 Derek Carr jerseys.
Yeah.
To me, when he was drafted, when he was at Fresno, I wanted us to take him. I was like, he's going to be there too. And when we took him, I was ecstatic. Yeah. And when he came, I was at his first game in Giant Stadium against the Jets. He threw the touchdown to Rod Streeter.
Yep.
I was there. And, bro, let me tell you something, bro. I'm like, he the one. I wanted him to be the one. I was a huge supporter. But when it was time to move on, it was time to move on. And you know why I said it? Because I've been watching this game for so long, and you can tell when somebody and the team and their play is not aligning. And I'm like, it's not that he shouldn't be in the National Football League. This just might not be the place for him. His play is at a certain level. This team's at a certain level, and it's never going to align to where we're going to win with this guy, with him making that kind of money. And it wasn't no referendum on him as a person. I respect and love him.
But you're not, the thing is, you're not trying to burn the whole farm down with Derek Carr. You know what I mean? There's guys out there that literally, because Gruden's not here anymore, Li-Fi dickhead, that made a platform that now that he's gone, like he's ready to just burn this whole thing down. That's absolutely insane. And people still support that shit. That's the shit that just...
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. See, this is the thing about YouTube, man. There are some people who are invested and there's some people who are not, right? And there are people who love the team. They want to hear nuanced takes on the team. They want to hear information, right? Those people generally are here with content creators that do what we do, right? Now, when you talk about the other, I don't want to mention nobody name or nothing like that, bro.
I will. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I know you don't care, but I know.
But listen, when you talk about other guys, whatever they do is on them, right? But I don't necessarily think the people that support people that are into that sensationalism are into football. I think they're just into sensationalism.
Yeah.
And we have to kind of draw the line with the fan base too and say, hey, what are you guys into? Because I don't really care about what somebody else does in a sense, bro. But at the end of the day, what are you guys going to accept?
Yeah.
What are you guys going to accept? What are you guys into this for? Are you guys into this because you love the Raiders? Or are you into it because you want to see sensationalist nonsense?
Yeah. Yeah. But but once again, I don't give a shit about what this guy does or what this guy does. But when it divides us, when it divides the fan base, when people are saying this, and that, this, and that, that trickles down, man, to what we got going on the field. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like I said before, I've said some things in the past that I regret, that I wish I wouldn't have said about specific. Darren Waller, man, loved him when he was a Raider. You know what I mean? I started seeing signs of him not wanting to be there, not wanting to play football, the passion being gone. And I started talking about it. And sometimes it came off as I'm just going at him. And I hate that I was even doing that. But honestly, it's like, if you're not going to give your all for this team, then what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? And I understand that, Harvick, right? Drama sells. But at the end of the day, if you're a fan first, like we are, fuck the sales. Bro, I do this for a living. There's months that go by. This offseason has been tough on me and my family. I can be man enough to say that. But I'm not going to come on here and just sell y'all a bunch of bullshit so I can get some ad revenue and run this up. I'm not going to do that. If there's nothing to talk about, I'm not going to come on the screen and create some bullshit just to generate some clicks and make some money. It's just not going to happen. I'll find a way off screen to go out here and hunt for my family to get you know what I mean, to get it. It's just
and that's the reason why you guys haven't seen us being as active. Listen, let me tell you something. You're dealing with two of the brightest minds when it comes to creating and crafting a narrative to come on here and speak about. Yeah. We literally can do a live show every day. There's not a lot of people who can do that, right? No. There's a handful of content creators that can make a live show and actually have it be coherent and cohesive.
Yeah.
The reason why we don't is because we don't want to spread narratives. Now, listen, when you talk about clickbait and engagement and thumbnails and things like that, everybody does a little bit of that, right? But the thing about it is that in what context? In what context are you doing it? If you put a question mark or something like that, you're asking a question. You're not saying that it's a different.
You're covering your ass, but you still know what you're doing because we've done it before.
Yeah. We come on. I'm not above it. Yeah. But the thing is that it's time to kind of reset the rules a little bit.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Because none of us are above it. You can go back on my videos over the last 2 years, and I'm sure you can find ones where you're like, man, this guy, you did a clickbait too, right? Mm-hmm. We all fall victim to it. But the thing is, we got to understand what's happening now. Something very special is happening inside that building. And it's the reason why we're talking about this.
Yeah,
something is very special. Listen, I've been a Raider fan my whole life, man, and I'm going to tell you something. The energy I see around this building, and we haven't even played a game yet, but the energy's different. The team is different. The leadership is different. Everything is lining up, right? And I feel like it's our duty to protect that.
Yeah.
It's our duty to protect that energy, man.
Yeah.
And that's all I really wanted to say. As we talk about this further, I don't want to come off like we run what other people do on their platform.
Not at all.
I personally don't.
We're just speaking our mind.
We speak in our minds for what I would like to see for everyone else. Yeah. So basically, this is the Jerry Maguire letter to the rest of the content creators.
Look at Samoan. Started this platform, I believe, in 2015, 2016. He's out there at the softball game interviewing the players. He's in the schedule release video. You know why he's there? Because he's never disrespected anybody. He's never put out any goofy shit into the universe. He just goes about his business.
Yeah, I love that guy, man.
You know what I'm saying? He goes about his business the right way. And when you're around him, he is who he is off screen, that he is off screen. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of these guys that great things are happening for them because they're genuinely good people. You know what I'm saying? And that's who we need to protect in this thing. Samoan needs to be at the top of the chart. Samoan needs 200,000 subscribers. We need 200,000 subscribers. There's some of these smaller platforms. I don't even like to say smaller because they are very much respected by a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They need 200,000 subscribers. There needs to be a new president set in this shit that the people out here that really
love this team,
that really care about this team, that love this team, they need to be the ones that are at the top of the food chart, the top of the food chain, covering this fucking team, man. It's just nasty work, bro. I never thought before I did this shit. I came from the music world. I understood the drama and toxicity of that world. I knew it. I know, like I seen it. I've been around it, right? I was in the battle rap realm. toxic as hell. I thought in my head, growing up in Oco, being, in all the tailgates, this is the one place I can go. But that's not going to follow me, man. It's not going to follow me. It's not going to be the same. We're one family. We're one unit. I'm going to be real with y'all. I hate to say this shit. Just because you're Raider fans don't mean we're family. I swear to God, some of the worst people I met in my life are so-called Raider fans.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but it's just real shit. Some of the worst people in the world that I have met or even not met have a patch on them, have a tattoo on them, or are at games.
Yeah.
And they're some of the worst people in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's foolish for us to assume that because we like the same football team that makes us.
No, I know.
So there that is, right? So, and I say this with humbleness and respect. There's a lot of people in this game who don't particularly like myself, and they don't particularly like Graphk, right? Yeah. And salute to them. I don't take it personal because I don't know none of y'all, right? If you don't like me, you really don't know me, and I really don't give a shit, right? Whoa. But at the end of the day, as long as you're doing your thing, you reporting on this team, you doing your research, you doing your thumbnails, you talk about this team, and you have a nice discourse, and you got a nice little audience or whatever you got going on, respect. Just make sure at no matter what you do, you keep it Raiders first, man. Yeah, I don't want to keep beating this to death, man. Keep it Raiders first from the guys with hundreds of thousands of subscribers down to the guy with 200. Keep it Raiders first, and watch how all of that kind of stuff, subscribers, people, the eyes, it will come. It'll be something to where it'll be a windfall over here. I want the Raiders to have the best group of content creators out of any football team. I think we already do.
We do.
To be honest with you.
We do.
Raiders we're I think we have the best content out of any team. I'm sorry. When we collaborate with other like teams, content creators, it's not the same. It's not the same. The only other team who's as well represented on YouTube besides the Raiders are the Cowboys and the Steelers. Yeah. Yep. The Cowboys and the Steelers, they're very, very well represented, right? And there's a couple of Chiefs guys that got nice platforms and they do good work. Yeah. But just make sure that you keep the Raiders first and you don't do anything that's a detriment to the team. You can not like another content creator. You can, talk and say what you want to say. That's personal shit. But when you talk about the Raiders, bro, make sure you rep the Raiders right. Yeah. Point blank, period. I don't want to tell nobody what to do on their platform. Y'all do what y'all want to do, man. But I feel like that needed to be said. Yeah. But and we're not gonna beat this shit to death, you guys. We just wanted to talk about this, That's what she said. That's what she said, Graphk. That is what she said. Look, at the end of the day, you guys, people are going to do what they want to do. Salute to them, right? And we have the choice of, who we watch, who we work with, who we don't want to work with, who we don't want to watch. At the end of the day, man, it is what it is. But when this stuff starts, affecting the locker room, when it starts affecting our fan base, when it starts dividing, we all have to come together as a unit and say, all right, let's clean this shit up. Let's just clean it up because, we know how football goes, you guys. Devontae can be traded. This year, he could say, I'm out of here. You know what's funny? All this shit can happen. Devontae can go to the Jets. We've seen crazier shit happen. Yeah. But until it happens. Hey, did we ever think? I remember when the Khalil Mack stuff was happening. It was rumors. Yeah. We never thought in a million years, we were like, ain't no way that's happening. How the hell are they going to do something stupid like that? And then boom, it happens. And then we had to deal with it. Yep. Yo, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It just transmutes. There you go. What we need to control is the energy that's coming from YouTube into that locker room. Yeah. Let's control that a little bit, man. Listen, if there's a rumor that you hear and it's legitimate, cool. But let's not create false narratives that can be a detriment to the team. And that's all what I'm saying. If we report on something that we hear, that's your right. Yeah. As long as it's shrouded in some sort of truth. Yeah. Point blank, period, man. And yeah, man. I'm telling y'all now, we're only saying this because we've been told. I've been told personally by some of the better players on the roster why they don't mess with the YouTube thing. Why they don't mess with the YouTube thing. Why they think it's toxic and they feel like people just don't stand on what, they'll say whatever they want, but don't stand on it in person. You know what I mean? And this guy said this, and this, and then we get in the locker room and bro, there's been so many. All I'm gonna say is this. Once again, I've said this a million times.
There's been stuff that has landed on our desk a million times, you guys, that could have affected that locker room.
Yeah, and we never released it, bro.
We never speak on it.
We would never do that, bro.
Never.
And y'all don't understand something. There's a lot of people that sit up here and they say, "Oh, they don't know anybody." Look, the proof's in the pudding, right? You guys see who comes on our show. You see some of the people Graphk is rubbing shoulders with. You see some of the people Waste is rubbing shoulders with. There's not a lot of guys in this game that can say that besides probably Samoan.
Yeah.
Samoan's probably the only one.
Right?
Samoan and Murph and them too.
Salute to my guy Murph.
Murph and them too. Shout out to Murph and Swaggy and them. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of guys who get that kind of motion where they're in conversations with these guys that play for the team, currently play for the team, people in the front office. We've been fortunate enough. We've been very fortunate enough to have ears in that building. We've been fortunate enough to have conversations with guys who are on the team. We're very fortunate in that way because I love that. That's what makes this fun, right?
Yeah.
And bro, they tell us all the time, man. And look, man, this ain't for everybody, bro. Everybody doesn't do this to get. There's some people that don't want to have nothing. They just want to talk their stuff about their team. They want to have fun. They want to come on here, have their guys on the screen with them, and they want to. And God bless guys that are doing that. But what I'm telling you is that the messages that come out of Raider YouTube wind up in these blogs. It winds up in the national media. There have been narratives that have been created right here with us that have gone around the nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a powerful medium. Take it seriously is what I'm trying to tell you. I take what y'all do seriously.
Yeah, man.
All of you guys, whether you like me, whether you don't, whether you think I'm an ass, whether you think Graphk's an ass, whether you don't like our content, whatever, God bless y'all. But take what you do seriously.
I've said this multiple times, and I know Wasted feels the exact same way. In my lifetime, man, if God told me right now, give me your platform, you can no longer do this anymore, but I'll give you a ring. Bro, look, at the end of the day, I will no longer be doing this anymore. I will go find a regular 9-to-5 and do my thing. I want to see one ring. It'd be great to see multiple, but I want to see one while I'm alive and breathing. And I would do that. And that is what I'm talking about. Some of these guys out here with this fake outrage and all this other shit don't really genuinely care about what we got going on. But it sounds good, right? It sounds good. You know, it sounds good. And people support it. Hey, more power to you. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, one thing in this world, first and foremost, we not fake at all. But one thing I can't fake is how much of a Raider I am. That shit is written. You can see it. You know what I mean? You can see it on you. You can see it on me. You can see it on Hug. You can see it on LV when we're out there in Vegas rocking with our guy. You can see it on Jason Hunter. You can see it on Top. Top gets passionate about this team. If y'all can hear some of these voice notes.
Oh, my God. I'm like, hey, listen, Papa. The way I see it.
You know what I mean? And you guys, we're not gonna get this. We're not gonna do this all the time. We're here to do this once and leave. And
that's it. It's done. And I don't want to talk about no other. That's one thing that I don't like doing. I don't like talking about other content creators because I don't know these guys.
I don't either.
I don't know these guys. I don't want to talk about. I don't make my money talking about. I mind the business that pays me. I've always been like that. Even when people say negative stuff about me, there ain't nothing. We can't get nothing from that going back and forth on the internet. I ain't going back and forth with nobody on the internet. You say whatever you want, bro. Just stand on it when you see me.
Yeah. Straight up. And you know, and the thing that's sad is, you know, I've had a lot of people tell me, Wasted, you know, that people unsubscribe during the off season and they'll come back during the season. They unsubscribe to my channel, your channel, other channels, because all they hear is rumors and bullshit and people creating false narratives for clicks. And that's not directed to one person. That's directed to anyone that's doing that. At the end, that's sad that people unsubscribe because they don't want to entertain the foolishness and the bullshit that comes with this. That's absolutely insane to me. That come August, let me go find Graphk and Wasted real quick again and hit the subscribe button because other people are out here putting this shit into the universe about my team. And I get it. I understand, because to be real with y'all, if I wasn't doing this, I probably would do that too. I probably, you know what? I'm not to just check out of YouTube in the off season. I'm staying away from it. You know what I mean? And salute to Murph and my guys over at Raiders Radio, Fan Radio. We just gave you guys your flowers.
Shout out to my guy Murph, man. Shout out to Swaggy. Uncle Mosh, all them guys over there, man.
You said, is this clickbait? It is.
I tell you, it's definitely clickbait. That damn picture. That picture is clickbait like a mother effer, man. That looks crazy, bro.
But Tay, we put clickbait on the thumbnail for a reason.
Yeah.
So, you know,
but hey, man, listen, man, all clickbait is not created the same. There's you know, engagement, right? And then there's things that are going to tear down this team. And there's a difference, and you have to sift through. It's very nuanced. You have to sift through that and figure out, is this going to hurt the football team at large?
Yeah.
And guess what? If you don't care, then go look yourself in the mirror and rub off that tattoo and don't call yourself no Raider. Don't call yourself no Raider if you're gonna hurt this team knowingly, just to make $1.
Yeah, straight up. And if not, you guys just come into this thing and say, I'm not a fan. I just covered it.
I'm not a fan.
I just covered a team.
Like Hondo says, he goes, I'm not a fan.
Hey, but once again, I respect that.
Because Hondo's a journalist. He's a journalist, and that's what he does. Shout out to Uncle Hondo.
Yeah.
Great and powerful.
Uncle Hondo. Salute to Joe, man.
Uncle Hondo with the floppy socks in full effect. In full effect.
Salute to Joe on a $5 special, man. Salute to Richard. When y'all gonna get on a rush? Farva forever, man. We would love to do that. And once again though, Rich, it's situations like that where we talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. I've had multiple conversations with Max, behind the scenes, in person, and all that good stuff. But once again, if we want to be taken serious, this is why do y'all think me and Wasted created Planet Raiders? Why do you think we start creating other avenues? Because in a minute, man, this shit on YouTube, it's like it's like a joke, bro. It's a joke. Everybody's doing it, and everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody's making the same thumbnails. Everybody's using the same boundary on the thumbnails. And then everybody just recreates the same shit that everybody just keeps doing the same shit.
Why do you guys think when you see a wasted thumbnail, right, it looks like the cover of a Grand Theft Auto video game? I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So you know that my thumb, that's my thumb. I'm not using nobody else's template. That's mine. So you might not even know it's about the Raiders, but you know it's wasted. And if that stunts my growth, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I want to stick out, right?
Yeah. Pause.
I want to hold on. Wait a minute, Graphk. Hold on. The F out of here. Yo, why are we pausing that, yo?
Wasted got the gout. Salute. Salute to Raiders Fan Radio. A catchy headline is creative. Bait to generate interaction is bullshit. Salute to my guy Murph and them over there, man. My dog. We appreciate you on the $20 special. If you guys aren't subscribed to our brothers over there, Raiders Fan Radio, what are y'all waiting on? Phenomenal content. I was over there enjoying their award show they did the other day. Hey, and Murph, you gave me an idea, man. I'm going to piggyback off of that. I want to do a award show on some of the guys that we rock with in the content world. Yeah. And I want to give them, you know what? The first award I'm gonna give that right now is the Disappearing Act Award. And that goes to our brother, Raider Honcho, the Disappearing Act Award. Where are you at, brother? Where are you at? Wipe their feet and get the Strap podcast. We're supposed to pull up next week. Where are you at, King? The Disappearing Act Award goes to our brother, Raider Honcho.
Yes. And just like that, the man appears. I'm telling you, I think it's going to happen soon, man. It's going to happen soon, man. Shout out to Honcho, man. Shout out to Honcho, man.
Yeah, salute to Spivey, man. Once again, my dog.
Jersey brethren. Yes. The Jersey brethren. Yo, it's going to get ugly, man. We got 2 Jersey guys up in here, bro. It's going to get ugly, man.
Hey, you know what? You go ahead and do that. I'm going to bring Andy back. Bring Andy back out of retirement, and we're going to Northern Cali it out versus New Jersey. It's cool, bro.
Yeah, well, I like our chances, man.
We going to slide through New Jersey. We blow that shit.
Hey, bro, look, man, what you sent me the other day, bro, you banned. You are bad, yo. You are bad.
Yo, salute to Arlen, man. Hey, love your show. Keep bringing that content. You are wasted. Always bring facts. Raiders. Salute to my guy, man. Arlen, appreciate you. He says, we call the best ghost award, and Will Compton won it a couple years ago. I love it, man. Salute. Big Mike said, I can't blame Honcho for the disappearing act sometimes. Man, dog.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to him, bro.
Yeah.
Word up, man. Yo, the way he handled it is very, very solid, man.
Yeah.
And yo, the way my dog Big Mike been handling. See, listen, man. Hey, Big Mike, if I had your hand, I'll cut mine off. I got to call you, bro. I ain't talked to you in a while. There's a lot of money happening over there, Big Mike.
Hey,
you know what I'm
Big
saying?
Mike doing this Dougie right now, and he looks thin as ever, losing weight, looking good. Salute to our brother. Hey, you guys, we will be live with our brother Big Mike here soon, breaking down the Tommy Eichenberg tape with East Coast Gridiron. So stay tuned for that. I believe it is next Wednesday or Thursday. So stay tuned for that, you guys. Ray, Andy don't want to do this anymore, and it's because of all the reasons that we said. All the reasons that we talked about, Andy does not want to do this shit. You know what I mean? It's fucked up because Andy was making good money doing it. You know what I mean? He was getting really good responses from the nation. And then he just said, you know what? I don't want to lose the love for this. You know what I mean? And the way people respond and react to things, I'm getting the hell out of here. And
bro, that's a big reason why you notice that on Sundays, I do the post-game show and I do a pre-game show because I need to watch the team. Because for me, I work every week, right? I work all day. I work a lot of hours. And that's my therapy is watching the game. I don't want to share that sometimes. Sometimes I'll do a game, but I'm not going to do every single live stream because I want to actually watch the game. I look forward to that every week. There are times, Graphk knows, there are times where I could be making crazy money at work and I turn it down to come home to watch my team on Sunday.
Yeah.
Graphk knows, man. I'll turn down like, yo, that is my therapy. That's what I love to do. When you talk about my hobbies, that's it. Yeah. So, goddamn, man. Shout out to Andy, though, bro. Yeah,
salute to Lil Bro. I just talked to him not too long ago. He's doing good and he's straight. He's out there, I believe, about to be coaching now. You know what I mean? So salute to Andy, man. Salute to Tay. Once again, brother, appreciate you on the donation, man. Salute to yeah, there's a level of emotional detachment you got to have, you know. And I always tell myself that I want to sit back and enjoy the games too. I always tell Waste, I'm like, bruh, you know what I mean? But then, you know, we set the standard with these watch parties. It's fun. I actually have fun sitting here and watching the game and calling it, you know what I mean? But sometimes I do want to, like this season, what we say, Wait, so we're going to pick a few games to go to, and we're not covering nothing. We'll just have some fun, watch our team as fans, and that's it. You know what I mean? Simple and plain. But, you know, hey, man, I love doing the watch parties. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm not going to lie. I have fun doing it. I know you don't, and I know you're very what's the word I'm looking for? Superstitious. You know what I'm saying? So
that's not just it. It's just the fact that when I'm doing a live stream, I can't really enjoy the game, right? Yeah. And I feel like if it's about like me coming on here and then I should have just stayed at work.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Look, man, I've spent many years, you know, getting the things that I have in life. You know what I mean? Working very hard. I never got no disrespect to nobody. Nobody never wasted anything.
Yeah.
You know, and really, let me tell you something, man. I'm a guy that from a young age, man, I've been trying to, you know, build a life for myself and my family. Yeah. From a young ass age, man. Nobody never gave me anything, bro. And I'm a hardworking dude. And I'm going to tell you something. Over the years, I've probably worked too much. There were times where, I was, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Where's Wasted? He out there getting it. 16, 17 hours, all this, you know what I mean? Working past 16, all that stuff. Bruh, at this point in my life, money ain't everything.
Hold on real quick. I want to give, I got to find this real quick. I think it is, you know what? Keep doing your thing, bro. I got to find this email.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, money is not always everything, right? You know, it's vital. It's important. I'm not rich, but I'll tell you something, man. Like happiness, bro, is everything, bro. Because you look up, 1 minute you 22, the next minute you 42, next minute you 62, and then after that you could be out of here, right? And these years move really, really fast, and you got to fill your days with happiness a lot of the times as opposed to money all the time.
Yeah. I want to say, man, real quick, salute to my guy, Emmanuel, and his wife, Jenny, I believe. Salute to Eric, because you said you're going to be at the practice. I will be there as well. Salute to Emmanuel. They sent me 4 tickets. I was going to go out there just, you know, and cover the team and go out there and do some things. But once again, this is one of those situations where I'm like, I want to just go kick it with the nation, have some drinks, vibe out. But I want to say, man, salute to Emmanuel, and I believe it's Jenny as well. No disrespect if I got that wrong. But thank you. They sent me 4 tickets, so I'm going to be out there. Hoping Hug will be out there. I know LV got some tickets. So if anybody's out there for the August 20th practice, make sure you hit me up, man. I'd love to get a drink with y'all, shoot the shit with you guys, you know, maybe kick it out there in the J lot and rub shoulders, man. You know what I mean? We're always in business, man, to hang out with good people. You know what I mean? And it's very difficult to find that these days. That's why the circle keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller because, you know, you can't, you know, what do I always say to you, Waste all the time? Like, I get in my way a lot because I always expect people to be like me, to be nice and to be considerate and to do this and help people. And I get upset. I'm like, damn, man, why? Well,
Yo,
but there is people like that.
Hey, bro, and then what do I always got to tell you all the time? If everybody's special, then nobody's special.
There you go.
Right, so it is what it is. Yo, Mark Salter, yo, we visited Peter Dillon's like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
myself, Graphk, and Hammer.
Yep.
We were at Peter Dillon's. It was the Texans game. Josh McDaniels' first year.
Yeah.
We had a great time, man. Shout out to
we cooked them boys. I remember Hammer got the nasty ass fries.
Yeah. He had them weak ass potatoes.
Yeah.
That was terrible, man. He got these potato wedges. He was singing. That man got cooked.
Salute to John Martinez, man, my guy, becoming a member. Real quick, y'all. Salute to all the new members in the building. From Spivey, from Top, from Hug, everybody gifting. Salute to John Martinez. If you guys want to become a member of both channels, it definitely helps the algorithm. It helps us keep the lights on over here, show more. If you want to, hit the links pinned up top, man. Both of us have our own memberships. It definitely helps us, especially during the off season when it's really, really slow. We'll talk a little bit here, you guys, in a minute about, what's going on. We got camp coming up. But I'm going to tell y'all now, moving forward, I'm not talking, and I think Wasted can agree with this. We're not even like entertaining the whole Davante Adams thing. He's under contract. His agents called this baseless speculation. Davante said it himself that he's locked in with the Raiders. Yeah, he did say if he was reunited with anybody, you guys have to always remember how it's worded. If he was to reunite with anybody, it'd be Aaron Rodgers. I know he played with the whole idea of Tom Brady. What wide receiver would never want to play with the greatest quarterback of all time? Yeah. He kind of played with that, with Shay. But at the end of the day, he waited on it. Davante says, I'm here. I'm bought into what AP's doing, and I hope. And he said, I think that they're bought into what I do as well. So at the end of the day, until Davante himself says he no longer wants to be a Raider, we got to chill with this shit.
Yo, and guess what?
And you will not be a Raider, y'all. And if he is, I will eat crow. That whole idea of trading Tay to the Niners to bring in Brandon Ayuk and like what,
to give him another contract and all of this
doing here, man.
All these moving parts. What are we doing, yo? Let's be responsible. Now, listen. What I will tell you is this: if Davante Adams, in his infinite wisdom, wants to move on from the Raiders, guess what? He won't be the first all-time great wide receiver that has come through these doors, and he will not be the last.
No,
it is about the shield first. Yep. And the only guy on his roster who is untradeable to me at this point is the table setter and Max Crosby. That's it. Yep. Everybody else, look, I love Tay, and I want him to stay, and I want him to win here. Yep. But it's not about Davante Adams. It's about the Raiders.
Yep, simple and plain. Salute the coach, man.
No disrespect to Davante, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just about him. It's about the whole team winning, brother.
Yep. Salute to coach. I can't wait for Adams' press tour to be over. The media is at it again with their clickbait, and the NFL idiots fans are eating it up. I hate the NFL. Salute to coach, man. My guy, the Jamba Juice King. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, and Mo Money, you're right? I mean, shit. Tim Brown went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, if you go back and look at Jerry Rice's career, he went from the Niners to the Raiders to the Broncos to the Seahawks. He bounced around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I mean, there's very few great players. Like, there's a little room of players that were great and top 3 in their position that never left their team.
Yes.
Even Joe Montana played somewhere else. Tom Brady played somewhere else.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning played somewhere else. Brett Favre played somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few people. You got guys like John Elway. You got guys like Lawrence Taylor, who only played for the New York Giants. It's very few guys. Ronnie Lott played for the Jets and the Raiders. And bro, that's the way of the world. Yeah. Ed Reed, the great Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Left the Ravens.
Yep.
Great Ed Reed. It happens, bro. It happens. Do I want to see it? But what I don't want to see is there are certain people in this meeting, and this is and I'm gonna put a bow in this, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yo, there are people in the actual media that have a vested interest in tearing his team down.
Yep.
Colin Cowherds of the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The Stephen A. Smiths of the world.
Yes.
The Screaming A. Smiths. All these bums, right? You got guys that literally don't even watch this team, don't know the roster, and go out there and critique them. That's why when you guys inbox me these lists, how they gonna put Max Crosby 10th? How they gonna put I don't give a shit because it's the national drive-by media. Yeah. They don't really cover this team. They don't know this team. Yeah. That's the reason why. Listen, here in this safe space right here for Raider content, in this safe space for Raider news, you're going to get the real shit. Yeah. Because we know this team. The people in the national media, you got guys that used to play, that have an axe to grind against the Raiders, i.e. Randy Moss. You know, has an axe to grind.
Which is feeding into the narrative of getting him back with Aaron.
Yes. You got guys that come out here and try to destroy this team for whatever the reason is. Guys, be very careful who you listen to.
Definitely. And salute to Darnell. And look, I'm not going to go that route anymore. The reason why I take it so personal, especially with that specific kid, is that he started on my platform. So it makes me feel some type of way. You know what I mean? And it's always funny because Wasted you always tell me, bro, you're not responsible for that. But you know what I mean? But I always feel like I'm responsible because some of these guys started on my platform and then they just go completely left. And it's like, whoa, like that wasn't the person that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, holy shit. Like when we was over here, he was chill. He was respectful. He was a diehard so-called Raider fan. And the next thing you know, they just fucking jump off a cliff and they go left. And that's why I take that person specifically. I take it so personal because it's like, dude, you started here. We used to have a show, the NorCal Coalition, with me, him, Ray the Tape, and Andy. You know what I mean? And it's like, and we did a podcast every week. And I made sure that show was on everybody's channel every other week. I could have said I want it on my channel every week. Did I do that? No. I said every week we're traveling. We're going to everybody's channel. And that was my brainchild. You know what I'm saying? I try to help as many people as possible. But to see that, I take that personal because it's like, damn, bro, like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. Like,
but at the end of the day, yo, you can't dictate what grown people do.
No, I know.
He's a grown man. He got his own issues. I don't know that man. God bless him, right?
Yeah.
But yo, shout out to the real ones like JT the Brick. Shout out to guys like that, legends in this thing who did this thing the right way. Shout out to all of the people who cover this team and do a great job. Shout out to Hondo. Shout out to Vic. Shout out to all of these guys, man. Shout out to all of these guys, man. But what I would tell you is that if you're going to do it, make sure there's some validity in what you do, man. Y'all have a great night, man. I have nothing else to say.
Salute, man, to everybody here in the building. We're a little bit over an hour. If y'all want to get just a few questions in to lead up to training camp, we know the Rooks are going to be there here in a second. And we're going to finally, y'all, get some real football going here shortly. We're days away, you know, from the Rooks reporting. And we're going to have some real stuff to talk about. So get a few in real quick before we get out of here. I know Wasted got family coming in and family reunion. I know he got some stuff going on.
I just want to press buttons.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know what? How about this, right? How about this? Graphk, I put something up on Twitter the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear your opinion about this. Now, we all know that quarterback's the number one position. That's the number one question mark coming into this season. But what I did was we know that I removed that position from my little survey.
Mm-hmm.
Besides our quarterback, who is the unproven player in this roster that needs to show up the most for the Raiders to have a good season?
It's Zamir White.
So Zamir White, you got Thayer Munford, you got Tyree Wilson, you got Jack Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I put up. So you think Zamir White's the guy?
It's Zamir. Look, the expectations are different for him. He's the lead back. Thayer Munford, you know, he's going to be the starting right tackle. But at the end of the day, what are the expectations set? Look, he's coming in to take Jermaine Illuminor's job. Zeus is taking all-pro Josh Jacobs' job. The expectations are way higher than anything else. So clear cut to me is Zamir White.
I disagree.
Ooh, who you got?
I think before Zamir White, because it's going to be a running back by committee, I think it's Thayer Munford.
He has to set the tone, though.
Let me finish, man. Let me get my piece off. I'll let you get your piece. Let me get my piece off.
Fuck your piece, man.
Man, fuck you. Yeah.
Yes, violence.
Violencia.
No, but go ahead.
The reason why I think it's Thayer Munford is because, one, he has to protect a pedestrian, you know, non-mobile quarterback. Mm-hmm. And he also has to set the tone in the running game for Zamir White to be successful and whomever we have running the football at the time, whether it's Madison, whether it's Sincere McCormick, whether it's Britton Brown. So I think Thayer Munford is the linchpin to making sure that, because we say football starts from the inside. We know one line is solidified. Mm-hmm. He's the guy who's the linchpin to solidifying the other line, because we know what we have in Dylan Parham. We know what we have in Colton Miller. We know what we have in Andre James. We have a rookie in between them, but that rookie's going to be protected. So if he's the leaky pipe on the line, that's fine because he's a rookie. But the two vets on that side, that right side of the line, yeah, get the F out of here.
A leaky pipe.
A leaky pipe is not a pause-worthy thing, bro. That's what happens, bro.
Yeah, it happens when you go in something sushi and bad shit happens.
Yeah, well, see, that's a different kind of leaky. See, why you got to talk the whole venereal? This dude like the ladies' man over here. I've had all the venereal. Is your father a meat burglar? Out of here with that.
No, but okay. I want to agree with you because at some point I want to have that right tackle. We've been dealing with spot starters at right tackle for like years now, wasted, right? Like even from
and what has been
Austin Howards of the world. Like we haven't had
Austin Howard played terrific. That's the year that we made our run when he played terrific.
I agree, but he was the worst player on that line.
Yeah, he was that was such a great line. That was a good thing to be the worst player in that line. He played terrific for us. When he went down, that was a problem.
Well, but I'm just saying we've had spot starters at right tackle for a while now. And to be honest with you, man, like I've been high on Mumford. You have as well. Yeah. I think Mumford's going to be phenomenal for us this year, especially.
I do too, but he has a lot riding on him. I'm right, you're wrong. Get the F out of here. That's it. I'm right, you're wrong.
Who was it again? It was Parham, Mumford, Zeus, and who else?
Jack Jones.
Why'd you put Jack on there?
Because he's unproven. He has a lot to prove this year. He has to prove that he can get to that next level. Now, Jack Jones is a star. I think he has star potential, but he has to do it continuously.
He had 2 pick sixes last year. I don't think that he's one of those.
But he has to do it over a 16-game stretch, bro. I think that he's a superstar, but he has to go into the next season and build on that level of play. He's a guy. It's not like we can say that Jack Jones at this point is Jalen Ramsey. We can't say he's Stephon Gilmore, a guy that's been consistently great throughout this league. You know what I'm saying? So he has to build on last year's good play.
Go ahead.
But we've had players who have had great seasons, right? Like great half seasons, right? And also Malcolm Koonce as well. He's another guy who needs to build on last season. He's another.
We can keep that going. Wasted. Put Robert Spillane on there. You know what I mean? Like if he doesn't show up the way he did last year, we have to depend on a rookie and Tommy Eichenberg potentially. So, I mean, there's a slew of players that you looking at certain positions. You like, man, if they don't show up, it can get ugly. You know what I mean? But I just think, man, this is Luke Getsy. He loves to run the football. And we're going to run the ball a lot. And even, Laube said it. I believe Trey even said it, that we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. You know what I mean? And I know that Mumford, we depend on him in the run game. But who is the horse? It's Zeus.
Oh.
How?
Call him a horse, bro? Graphk, what you been doing, man?
I didn't say I wasn't talking about his leaky pipe. I'm saying the workhorse of the.
That's what did say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't be coming on here with all of that foolishness, man. F is with.
We definitely get canceled for sure. Hey, remember all that stuff you always talking about? Be responsible with your platforms.
What's happening right now? Everybody. Let me tell you guys something. Applaud me. I just made all of this happen right now. We were very, very responsible. Applaud me, everyone. Applaud me, damn it.
We are reckless. Salute to S. Dot on the $20 special. Mumford always has been a decent run blocker, but Andre James is the one who's been the handicap in the middle of the line. If Getsy runs mostly on the outside, I get it. But if he runs on the inside, Andre James.
Andre James, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, S. Dot. Andre James has stepped up exponentially. You can't name 8 other centers in the National Football League better than Andre James. I think Andre James is starting to trend towards being a top 10 guy at his position. You can't ask for more than that. Being drafted where he was drafted, the kind of contract he has. I can't listen. Is Andre James going to have problems with guys like, Jones in Kansas City and stuff like that, or Aaron Donald? But who doesn't have problems with guys like that? Who doesn't need a double team with guys like that? There are very few centers like, Kelsey's brother, Jason. He's one of them kind of guys, man, where, he's unflappable. He's a Hall of Fame guy, right? There are very few guys who can handle them kind of guys and some kind of level one-on-one. Damn, terrible. Golly, man. Pause. Sorry, man.
Unflappable.
Unflappable and handle these guys. Oh, my God, what the F is going on here, man? So go ahead.
Salute to Darnell.
I need an exorcism after that pause right there. God.
AOC is that dude. We're a contender. He's got the team that DC4 was dreaming about. Salute to my guy Darnell. I mean, can you say that? I mean, we Josh Jacobs, we don't have him anymore. We're going to rely heavily on Zamir White. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that DC had a great roster. I do. You know what I mean? The defense wasn't
talking about. So is Zamir White commiserate to what we had in Latavius Murray? Because Derek Carr didn't have, a Josh Jacob level back when we were at our height. And that's the thing that we always wanted, right? Because a lot of times Latavius Murray, to be 3rd and 3, he wouldn't get you the first down. A guy like Josh Jacobs rarely got stopped. When we needed it, the money was on the table, Josh Jacobs showed up.
And Murray, he went to 2 Pro Bowls with us, I believe, right? Or at least 1.
Yeah, but he was like an alternate, bro. It wasn't like he was one of the 4. Probably he went because guys were injured and certain guys were in the Super Bowl, right? But
I love Tave. I think that Zeus is going to be better, man.
I do too. And the one thing about Zeus that I like that Josh Jacobs didn't really have was the home run ball, the threat of the home run ball. That's one of the reasons why he was drafted. Yeah. Zamir White has the even though he's a bigger guy, I don't know how that's going to translate on the field, but Zamir White has that gear. He has that gear where he can take off. We saw it in the Kansas City game. And
not even just that, wasted a few players told me behind the scenes and on screen that Zeus is actually becoming a pass catcher, better pass catcher out of the backfield. Like, this is a guy that doesn't want to be off the field. Like, he's took this offseason very seriously. Like, we all want to see Dylan. Love Dylan Lowby. But if Zeus is saying, look, I know y'all want to go, by committee, but I'm going to show you guys I can run the football. I can catch the football. I'm going to do all that. That's why the expectations for me are higher for Zamir White. You know what I mean? Because once again, we talked about the other day with Sanjit. Yeah. You don't want to see Alice Madison have to be the guy to be the number 1 guy. We've seen what that looked like in Minnesota, and there's no knock to Matty. And then Dylan's a rook. You know what I mean? We don't want our guy to have to go out there and be thrown into the fire year 1 having to be that guy. Look, a lot of this upcoming season to me relies heavily on Zamir White's success.
Oh, it definitely does. But the thing about the running back by committee caveat, right? It's about using those backs in a proper context, in a proper situation as well, right? I think we have so many young, talented guys, and running back is one of those positions where I hate to say it, but there's always options on that waiver wire. So I think, there aren't the same amount of options for guys that are starting on the offensive line, or else they would be starting in the National Football League. So the offensive line is where it starts for me, man. And to be honest with you, I've seen enough from Zamir White to know he could fulfill a role to where he, at the very minimum, can get 800 to 900 yards. At the very minimum. So I've seen enough from Zamir White if he gets the proper protection, and that's what it's gonna kind of like rely on.
Where do you see him in terms of production in just the run game, not the passing game? I mean, is it a stretch to say 1,300 yards? Can he do that?
No, it's not, because you got 1 extra game.
Yeah.
So that metric doesn't compute the same way. He has an extra game. It's not 16 games anymore. I could see Zamir White. I see him getting probably 1,100 yards.
That's where I had him initially.
I have him at 1,100 yards because that puts him at a clip about 70, 80 yards a game. And then if you look at it, man, Dylan Lowby is a guy that I expect for him to be used extensively. I expect for Alexander Madison to be used extensively. Yeah. So
and like Chris said, people tend to forget he's a good pass blocker. He definitely
he is. And bro, I think we're gonna go back to the days of Napoleon Kaufman, or even when we had Charlie Gardner and we had Zach Crockett and all these guys, and you had Ty Wheat and all of these guys, man. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna go back to them late 90s, early 2000s Raiders, where you had a myriad of good running backs on the team, and you just never got a break. You just never got a break, especially when we got Tyrone Wheatley from Miami, bro.
Yeah,
I never forget that. Miami brought him in. Then Miami had drafted, or they drafted Rob Conrad. We saw about the other, and Cecil the Diesel Collins and all that. Johnson was down there, and Cecil Collins was he was on some run for your life. He was up there people. He's up there in people's rooms and all. He was doing all this weird shit. He got locked up, and Jimmy Johnson, his infinite wisdom, parted ways with Tyrone Wheatley.
Yeah.
And Tyrone Wheatley came right here, man, and flourished and shined with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And man, shout out to Tyrone Wheatley, man. I want to get Ty Wheat on the show too,
Me
man.
too, bro. You know, another guy I told you this probably 4 or 5 times. I'm kind of repeating myself. Remember Nick Bell?
Nick Bell was the man, yeah. From
Notre Dame guy, bro. That was one of those guys I used to draw in elementary all the time. Nick Bell.
You know why I didn't like Nick Bell, bro? Because Bo Jackson got hurt, and he kind of became our featured guy when Bo got hurt. Yeah. And I'm like, man, this guy ain't Bo. Like, get this guy out of here.
That's a tough act to follow, right there.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, what the F? And then for whatever reason, I wasn't playing Marcus, and he got rid of him. And I'm just like, yo, we'll put Marcus. Oh man, Nick Bell, bro.
Nick, high stakes, Bell. Hey, you know what's funny? Salute to our brother, man. Let me see, Graham. I don't know what kind of scheme they ran at Georgia. I'm not even going to try to act like I do. I don't know if it was a zone run scheme at Georgia. I really, truly don't know. But I do believe that Luke's system with him and Craig, I think this is tailor-made for Zamir White. I think that,
you know what Craig and him said. See when I see
you. Facts. Nah, man. Salute to you guys, man. Coming up in an hour and a half. We wanted to just, talk our piece, man. And once again, this is no knock to anybody.
To nobody, man.
Like this is everybody. We're talking about as a whole.
Ourselves as well.
Yes.
We're not above it. We ain't above nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yo, do I like what I do on here? Do I feel like I'm one of the guys that are better at this than others? You goddamn right.
Yeah.
You goddamn right I do. Yeah. If I don't believe it, nobody gonna believe it, as you all should.
But every show I do, bro, I want to leave knowing I can sleep well at night, not questioning if I'm going against what I truly believe in. And I never do. Every show I get off the screen, I spend time with my family, and I can sleep at night because I already know I'm speaking my truth, and I'm not just throwing some shit into the universe just to get people engaged. We don't have to do that. When it's real, you can tell. You can see it in their eyes. Yes, you know where that comes from, right? That's Geechee Gotti right there, battle rap. When it's real, you can tell. Salute to Geechee Gotti. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, salute to Noe as well, man. Real expectations from Luke's offense for Bowers. Bowers is going to absolutely cook.
Oh, shit. My mother just tell you, my mother watching. Shout out to Mama Wasted, too. Shout out to my mother. Shout out my mother-in-law watching, too. Shout out to my mother-in-law, too, man.
Salute to them as well. Go spend some time with them, man. Salute to the chat, you guys, as always. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back this week. Training camp is about to start. The Rooks are about to report. We got some film. Go ahead. Wait, so I'll wrap it up.
No, wrap it up, bro. And it's time to get the F out of here.
We got a lot going on, you guys. I mean, look, it's the
19th.
The 19th. We have 31 days in this month. We'll probably have at least 10 plus lives moving forward for the rest of for the rest of this month. So stay tuned for that. And as always, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We outro.
Peace.